Hi there, welcome to our Tiger Muay Thai YouTube channel, okay, where we're bringing you lots of content to help you towards a fitter, healthier lifestyle. And that's what I'm here to do today. My name is Holly Lohmeyer, I'm one of the coaches here at Tiger. Today I'm going to talk a lot about exercises for your posterior chain, okay? How many of you at home focus on biceps, abs, quads? I'm going to guess quite a lot of you, okay? We stare in the mirror every single day, it's completely normal. But major muscular imbalances can actually cause a lot of problems for our daily life. And that's why I'm here to show you 5 posterior chain exercises that I really believe in and I believe will help you get stronger. Now, today I'm going to introduce one of our sponsored fighters, Jada Kettlebell. Jada is going to be helping me, okay? She's here at Tiger training. She's one of the fighters and she's going to help me demonstrate some of the exercises for you today, okay? So remember, full body strength and conditioning is applicable for everyone, whether you're a fighter or just a happy-go-lucky normal individual, okay? It's all for you. Now, the first exercise I'm going to be demonstrating today is a simple glute bridge. So I'm going to ask Jada to lay down on her back. Good, she's going to relax her head. Now you can see she can just about touch her heels if she lifts up her shoulders, touch her heels. Yeah, so she can just about touch. That's kind of how we want to be positioned to start with. Now what I'm going to ask Jada to do is just lift up her toes slightly, okay? This means we've got that activation through the hamstrings. From here, Jada is going to tuck her pelvis under, squeeze her glutes up to full hip extension. Holding for 1 to 2 seconds before relaxing back down. Good, give me a few reps there. Nice. Good. So what Jada wants to make sure that she's doing is keeping the ribs down at the top and not arching her back, okay? We don't want to overextend, we want to keep the ribs down and focus purely on the posterior chain muscles. Relax there. Thank you, Jada. Now, the glute bridge, you can add weight to it, you can add a kettlebell, you can add plates, anything to make it heavier. You can even add a barbell and weights if you are lucky enough to be in a gym right now, okay? You can also change the glute bridge by changing your foot position. Have a play, move your feet out, move your feet in, and you'll feel how the contractions differ throughout your body. Next one is called a good morning, okay? So, what we want to build is the best hip hinge that we can, okay? And the hip hinge is our ability to push our hips all the way back. That nice movement. Now, the good morning focuses on training this hip hinge. I'm going to ask Jada to pick up the barbell and pop the barbell onto her shoulders. Good. She rests that barbell there nice and comfortably. By keeping her arms, she keeps her chest nice and open. Now, she's going to have her feet about shoulder width apart, okay? Feet facing forwards, perfect. I'm going to ask Jada to soften her knees slightly, so just a little dip. We don't want our legs to be locked out, okay? From here, Jada is going to focus on pushing her back and her bottom all the way back as far as she can whilst keeping that chest upright. Relax there. She's going to see how her hamstrings are now on fire, okay? We've activated all of these muscles. She's going to squeeze her glutes and go back to full hip extension. Nice. Give me a few reps there. Good. She's really sitting back on her heels, okay? You don't want to feel like you're tipping forward. You want to feel comfortable with your weight distributed evenly through the back. And relax there. Beautiful. To progress the good morning, you can add weight, okay? So you can rack the barbell on a squat rack, add extra weight and practice this movement. But we really want to make sure that we are not compensating by using our lower back or curving, okay? This is where injuries can happen. Really focus on time under tension, control, and getting those hips as far back as you can. From there, guys, we're going to move on to a floor-based exercise called a Superman, okay? So I'm going to ask Jada again to lay on her front. What I'm going to ask her to do is put her legs together. So really squeeze and put her arms as far out in front as she can. Now, some of you may be limited by your shoulder mobility, okay? That's absolutely fine. Some of us are unable to get our arms close to our ears. So I want you just to bring them as close as you can, okay? And elongating. What I'm going to ask Jada to do is squeeze her glutes, her scaps to raise up with her head still in spine alignment into a Superman. Let's see. And relax. Good. What Jada here is doing is activating activating all the muscles, coming into that beautiful arc hold, and then she holds for 1 to 2 seconds before relaxing. Give us 3 reps there. Good. We really want to point those toes, extend those arms. You can see all of the muscles working. 1 more. And relax there. Nice, thank you, Jada. You can progress this movement by doing Superman holds. Elongate the time that your muscles are contracted for, and really think about pushing away through your feet, so point your toes and really extend overhead and push with your arms, okay? This is similar to what we spoke about before in one of my videos when we do the handstand hold, okay? You want to push away both ends to create the strongest. Make sure your core is intact and tight, and again, any pain through the lower back, the lumbar spine, then stop, because that means that something is not working quite well. Next one, guys, is going to be a kettlebell Romanian deadlift. I love deadlifts, okay, and they all focus on the posterior chain, but one that I particularly love is a kettlebell Romanian deadlift, okay? If you don't have a kettlebell, feel free to grab a bag, put some weight in it, and just use a bag instead. So, Jada's going to come and stand over the kettlebell. Good. She's going to put her feet either side of the kettlebell. Move forward a bit, walk into it. Yeah, perfect, okay? This is a nice shoulder width stance. She's gonna use the hip hinge that we did for our good morning. She's gonna bring it into the RDL. She's gonna grab it on the top. From here, pull her shoulders back and stand up to full hip extension. Good. Now we want Jada's shoulders all the time to be pulled back and activated so we're not bending or rounding through the back. The soft knee position is going to be exactly the same, and all Jada is going to do is go down and touch where she can before coming back up. Good. Head down as you go down. There, perfect. Squeeze up. Good, a few more reps there. You can see as she goes down, she keeps that beautiful spinal alignment. Her head goes down, everything is in line. 1 more, head down, and relax there. Good. Now, easy to progress. We add weight, we get a heavier kettlebell. But what I want to make sure is that you go within your hamstring capabilities. If you suffer from extremely tight hamstrings and you lock up, for example, you get to here and you can't go further, to touch the ground you will compensate, okay? Don't do this. Stop where you feel like the furthest you can and go back up. Work in this range and work through your hamstring flexibility and your mobility of your lower body. Over time, as you progress, you're going to be able to touch the ground and get stronger through that movement, okay? Remember, guys, whenever we're training for strength, it's always about control and quality of movement. It's never about speed, okay? So our final exercise for posterior chain training that I really like is hamstring curls. Now, you're going to be able to find a variety of hamstring curls, okay? You can do them in the indoor gyms that you maybe have at home with the hamstring machines. You can use a band and do banded hamstring curls. You can use a dumbbell. You can use gliders on turf. I'm going to show you a variation if you have a rower in your gym. And trust me, this one hurts, okay? I'm going to ask Jada to come over to the rower. She's going to lay down on the ground with her bum as close to the rower as she can. Good. She's going to pop her feet on the seat. You see just the heels, guys. I don't want to see flat feet, just the heels. She relaxes her upper body down. Now, using the same technique as we used for the glute bridge, I want her to elevate her hips up. Now, keeping those hips high, extend and pull through the hamstrings. Good, give me a few reps there. You see how her hips remain high, she's nice and controlled, and relax. Don't underestimate this movement, okay? The rower provides an awesome resistance and you really have to pull through those hamstrings, okay? It's more of an isolated muscle group. If you don't have a rower, don't panic. Like I said, feel free to YouTube lots of other hamstring curl ideas. But again, hamstrings are very, very undertrained. So if you can get some hamstring training into your program, then that's great. Okay, so there are 5 exercises that I enjoy for my posterior chain, okay? Like I said in the introduction, it's really important that we do full body strength and conditioning, okay? By focusing purely on 1 or 2 areas, you may look aesthetically better, but the imbalances could cause you problems and injuries later on through your training. If you need any extra advice or tips, please feel free to get in touch. Otherwise, keep watching our YouTube videos, subscribe, and thank you for your interest.